In the spring of her sophomore year, Leanne E. Shoop exchanged her sneakers for a pair of cleats, thus launching an E-Club Hall of Fame softball career. The only player in program history to earn All-America honors in her first 2 seasons, Leanne set several career records and attained numerous milestones in a 4-year career. An outfielder, she is one of only 2 two-time first-team All-America selections in program history. Leanne started 160 consecutive games and set program career records for hits, stolen bases, consecutive stolen bases, outfield assists, and at-bats. The Colchester native helped the Warriors to the 1990 national title and 4 consecutive regional crowns, an overall winning percentage of nearly 80%. After 2 solid basketball seasons, Leanne joined the softball program in the spring of 1989. In her first softball season, she batted .368 and threw out 12 runners from right field and became the program's first ever first-team freshman All-America. On the 1990 national title team, she batted a career-high .371 with 21 RBI, led the club in hits and steals, and repeated as a first-team All-America. As a senior, she batted .359 with a career-high 52 hits and was named ECAC Player of the Year and to the All-America team for the 3rd time.
Leanne Shoop was an extraordinary ball player, one you'd only see once in a lifetime. She did everything you could ask for out of a ball player: hit, run, throw, slide, bunt, you name it. She could do it all, and she did. The first time I saw her, I just couldn't believe the speed at which she could move. She got off the starting post faster than anybody I ever saw. And then when it was time to perform, she really performed. Nobody could touch her. She stole base after base after base and never got caught. And as far as right field is concerned, she was quick enough to be able to field a ground ball to right field and throw a person out at first base. I think those things are pretty damn important, pretty good for an athlete.
Being a 3-time All-American, that doesn't come by chance, and it doesn't come by popularity. It comes by getting it done year in and year out with consistency, and Leanne certainly did that.
She was just so dedicated. She was a true warrior for Eastern softball. She was a true warrior as an individual, and she would do whatever it took for her team. You know, I don't even think she went to Eastern to play softball, but here she is playing softball, and she's All-American this and All-American that, and she was so humble about it all. I mean, you know, I remember when she found out that she was All-American, I had to try to pry it out of her, and other people actually told me before she did. And I remember thinking to myself, does this girl even know how great she is for this team? You know, she's stealing bases, she's throwing people out from right field to first base, which I had never, you know, my high school program wasn't the strongest at the time. I had never seen that happen. And I guess, you know, back at that time at Eastern, and I don't know if it's still the case, we had really fast pitchers, so the ball hardly ever went out to left field or center field. It went to right field a lot because they could barely get the bat on it. And so, you know, you thought you'd see a lot of pop flies out there, but even if the ball was going towards the ground, the girl would sprint like crazy. She was the fastest person to get the ball out of her glove, and the whole motion was just so fast. And I just remember thinking how dedicated she was as a softball player, not just to Eastern for being a warrior, but also to Jeff, her coach, and also to her teammates.
Their smiles went to frowns as Leanne Shoop threw them out at first base, and it was really a pleasure to be out there in the outfield to see Leanne dominate defensively and offensively, run out ground balls like it was easy in making a bunt into a base hit on the regular basis.
She had a very good knack of picking up the ball right off her toe without hesitation, left, right, right, left, right throw, and I mean, it put out. She had a good accuracy, quick delivery, and for me, others might say it's not that good of a position or that big of a position, but I tell you what, when you think you're hitting the right field and you're getting 2, if you made that hard turn on her, even if she didn't come up with the initial put out, she threw behind you. So for me, I got to watch her a lot. I mean, I was her backup, and you know, I felt strongly that you know, this induction is where she should be.
And I'm really honored to be a part of this night for her in a well-deserved recognition for 3 years of being the consummate team player, getting it done, bringing a championship home, and I think being exactly what Jeff Anderson and Clyde meant when you put that Warrior uniform on. That's what Leanne Shoop was, and I'm proud to be her friend and a part of this night.
At this time, it is my pleasure to present to you Leanne Shoop into the Easton's Hall of Fame.